So tonight here, Henry and I, you want to say hi to YouTube, Henry? We're mowing some hay. Hoping to chop it this weekend. Hoping we can miss out on the rain. It's been kind of on and off raining here, so it's been hard to get hay and weather done. You can tell it's, I'll show you in a minute, the hay's plenty ripe. But yeah, we're gonna give it a go. There's some small chances of rain this weekend, but we'll hope we can miss out on that and get some good silage made for these beef cows here. So hope you enjoy the video. This lower side here, some of this stuff is a little grassier, older seeding and stuff, but the upper part's more alfalfa and thicker. I got that there, that's pretty grassy too. Couldn't be a nicer evening. I apologize for my windows being a little dirty. Henry, are you having fun? Yeah? Hello folks, we're on day number 2 of first crop of hay at the home farm. We're chopping some here. We're gonna make a 9x200 foot bag. We got about 40 acres cut so far. We'll see how far that gets us, whether we got to do some more or whether this is too much. It's always hard to tell. We got the 2+2 Snoopy, the 3788 on the New Holland 900 chopper. And I was a little bit worried how it was going to work out, being as only a 3-speed transmission versus the 4-speed in my 1466 or the 1486, but it seems to be working pretty good in low second. I haven't tried it in low third yet, but I'm thinking that's going to be too fast. But it pulls through all the thick stuff without any problems, so we'll go from there. We'll hope you guys enjoy the video. It's kind of different running this tractor on the chopper, being normally with a regular tractor you got to lead one way or the other on corners with the windrow, whereas this you just keep your front tire the same spot from the windrow all the time, and it just keeps following the row. This is load number 2 here. Got the bagger set up, ready to go. I cut this stuff last night. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon now. It seems to be drying out pretty fast. And I cut about 20 more acres this morning. Hopefully that'll be good and dry by tomorrow. That was some pretty thick stuff, so hopefully it all works out and hopefully Mother Nature cooperates with us. So hello folks, we're on day 3 here of chopping haylage, and Not that they've been that big of days, but it's just Mother Nature has had other plans for us, and the hay's got washed twice, which is definitely not ideal, but it is what it is. So we got 2 loads here. This is number 2 load for the day. It's actually pretty not bad feeling stuff. Definitely not optimal quality but anymore, but it's still not bad and still fairly green. Still smells pretty decent, but that's what it is. So we'll go with that. You look here, the hay's kind of brown on top. This is some grassier stuff here, but still some green underneath. Not terrible. It's actually about perfect moisture right now for chopping. It chops well and still blows well. But we've got Snoopy on the chopper here. It actually works pretty well. So we'll keep you guys posted, or keep the video going here as much as we can, and hope you enjoy. Here we are again, chopping this on this beautiful evening, actually. And surprisingly, for it raining last night, the hay is really drying out fast. I mean, the ground's wet underneath it, but the hay itself is actually really dry. As you can see, Saturday night we got a flat front tire on this, and we had to change that to a Firestone, a used one we had around, and we still got the BF Goodrich Silvertown radial on here. Hopefully we get through the season without having to change that, but yeah, we wound up putting a set of used tires on this just because we didn't know for sure how much we were going to like it or what once we got it going and working good. But you know, Firestone tires are $1,500 a piece, and put 4 of them on this thing, that's $6,000. That's a good chunk of money for what the tractor's worth, you know. And so we found the back set we bought at an auction and got a good deal on them, and then this front set we got to put on. My brother bought it off of a Facebook Marketplace one time for another good deal. So they're pretty good tires. I don't know. I wonder if these Silvertown radials are the original tires that came on it with 4,000 hours on it. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I know all the pictures I see, like promotional pictures for these tractors, they had the BF Goodrich radials on them, so I am curious if that was worth be the original tires on it. When we bought it, they had duals on it all the way around, and I'm thinking that's the reason why they didn't trust the outer tires to carry the weight anymore, so they just bought a set of duals for it. Because these BF Goodriches that are on it, the sidewalls are cracking up so bad, and then they wear holes in the tubes. So we got one flat one on the rear when we were doing field work, and now we got the other flat one here the other night chopping. So we had to change that. So not the time or place I really wanted to do it, but it is what it is. It's kind of farming, you know. I mean, yeah, I could have preventatively put them on, but which I did. The one rear one I put that on without needing it, but I'm too cheap to pay somebody to put used tires on for me, and it's a lot of work, so I wasn't really looking forward to it. So I was hoping to get through hay without having to do it, but you know what they say about opening one hand and you know what else in the other, and see which one fills up first. So, but yeah, this was actually some pretty thick, good alfalfa hay here. It's got some grass in it. It'll make some beautiful second crop. But this first cutting just got laid on us due to weather. You know, it kept saying it was going to rain for a while, and maybe we'd get just a little shower here and there, or not get much of anything. And then now for the last 2 weeks, it's just rained about every other day, and never get a whole lot of time, but just keeps coming. So makes it hard to get hay up, and finally we just cut it. You know, I mean, hard to get it up if you don't knock it down. Kind of funny, this video probably doesn't do this hill any justice here. This is a pretty steep little hill coming down over here. Try and make the corner. This is where I'm glad to have this 2+2 over my 14. I mean, the wagon's pretty much empty now, so I'd have been fine with that. I always had to be pretty careful how I drove around the fields and how I got my loads. I always had to jump around to the more level stuff when I was getting full, and the steeper stuff when I was empty. And now I'm just worried I'm going to get cocky with this 2+2 and end up in a situation too, and I think I'm invincible. But it definitely handles it on the hillsides way better than the 1466 does. I was a little bit worried about my speeds. Whether, you know, I'm used to the high and low 1, 2, 3, and 4, whereas this just has high, low 1, 2, 3. And doing field work, it always seemed like high 1 was pretty fast, and so was low 3. But I'm able to go in low 3 TA and the heavier stuff, and low 3rd direct in the lighter stuff. So it actually cruises along pretty good and seems to have good power. We're running a little fast on the PTO right now. We got about 1120 RPM on there. Right around 1,000. I usually try and keep it right around 1050, 1070, something like that. But yeah, we're running that, and it's about 2250, 2260 engine RPM. But so yeah, this 466 seems to have pretty good power in here.